we're back. Not very long, literally just been a minute. So we're gonna do something weird, and we're gonna do this pretty easy quest chain in the harbor, and then probably go to Borderlands stuff, I think. And do the other tutorial place before doing the rest of this. Move speed boots. Oh, excuse me, because if we run through Borderlands at level 3, I mean, if we do all of the harbor, we might also, like, literally be banking a whole ass level or something.
Forever.
Yeah, we might literally be sitting there banking a whole level for a whole chain, and that seems less than desirable.
Yeah. With the bonus XP, it won't be such a big deal either. We'd be banking even more.
Dude, snap, crackle, pot. Yo. What do we got going on here? That's not you doing that, is it?
No. I think it's Beelzebub.
What I want to know is how am I doing 13 sneak attack damage or something? That shouldn't be physically possible. I do 1d6 plus 4 right now. I should cap at 10. Even with my melee power of 2, that shouldn't even add a point of damage. Even with, like, beneficial rounding, that should be 11. I genuinely don't understand how I'm doing 12 sneak attack damage. I'm not complaining, but I don't understand how. Yo, I just did 130 damage with that attack. Did you see that? I mean, it was a crit double strike, but still, I did 130 damage.
Oh, that is a lot.
As a second level rogue that doesn't even have stat to damage, I'm literally just wearing a good weapon. Dude. Feels free bonuses, man. Imagine if I was kicked out with, like, max epic past lives and max, like, racial past lives. I would have easily done, like, 150 or some shit. Like, easily. Because I would have been 2, 4, 6, 8. From that alone. With the crit. As well as just having more strength there, even though I wouldn't want to be strength based, I would still have more strength, so I would help it. So yeah, I think I would be approaching that. Also, keep in mind that I would realistically probably have two-handed fighting and not improved feint right now. I just got it because I didn't meet the strength requirement. And honestly, at level 1 and 2, it doesn't really matter anyway. So yeah, I would definitely do, like, 150 plus if I was absolutely mega maxed. I might even be able to do it without it. If I just had two-handed fighting, I wonder if the extra stat scaling alone, well, no, not all of it, but it would have helped. Crit double strikes are pretty good. Would recommend. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn that on. I wonder if we should have put in the LFMs that we're recording. Does that really matter? Does anyone really? I don't think it matters. I don't think anyone really cares. I mean, people join people who are streaming all the time. That's probably worse.
Yeah. I mean, As long as nobody puts their credit card information or their social in the chat, I think we're good.
I mean, if they do, then honestly we probably have a bigger problem on our hands anyways. Even if we weren't recording, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, I don't think people care.
Is that dude, did he ever make it in? I don't think he did.
Nope. But,
Well, the quest is done, so he doesn't get in.
No more
Yep.
kobolds should be
Because
able
it
to find their way into the
auto-completes.
warehouse.
So
yep,
don't at
that's
me
why I
about
gave him a
having waited.
countdown.
10, 9. Oh wait, not that countdown.
Final countdown?
It's the final countdown. Go on, it's your turn.
Too tired.
Ugh. No fun.
I know.
That's fine. I'm pretty tired too. So
You
fast,
enter
wow.
into Hazadil's shipping. Crates line the walls.
Imagine
Guns
unironically
start
blessing.
Good buff.
Nah. Nah, I can't hit it. I don't have any, no, I never picked up any arrows. Maybe someone else will break it, I don't know.
There's more, it doesn't matter.
3 exits leave the room. You must hurry before Hazadil knows you are here. Keep smashing his crates.
Keep smashing his crates.
Keep clapping his cheeks.
Nice.
Why nice?
I don't know. That was funny.
Alrighty then. Nah.
That we're done.
Hey, we broke all of the things. Time
We
to
clapped all
leave.
of his cheeks.
Yes, that is what we did. That is what happened.
Other guy might just be waiting for Borderlands.
Possibly.
Because he was in Borderlands when I looked.
Where's the rogue trainer? Where's Jeets? Oh yeah, the trainers are different in each area, but you know, Jeets just followed. Jeets also went to Stormreach along with Talbron. This is Selimas's what was it? Was it sister? Cousin? Sister?
I don't know.
I don't see exactly what it is, but something like that. Because Selimas is off, I don't know, being a cleric or something. Ooh, sneak attack. Trap
Cleric? I
sense.
always thought she was a paladin.
No, she's a cleric.
Oh.
Alright, now we can get two-handed fighting. So, oh boy, two-handed fighting. Basically, while using a two-handed weapon in your big boy hands, you deal additional scaling damage based on your ability score. Like, naturally, your ability score gives you more damage, but with the two-handed fighting feat and its improved variance, the amount of damage that you get from your ability score goes above the base. And not only that, but you get strike through, which gives you a % chance to hit multiple targets with each attack, instead of
That
only
in the
hitting
quest, by the way.
one target at a time. Yeah, I figured.
We will be done shortly.
And I will walk in and get completion. Alright, I gotta go to that one. Nah. The only thing, I think I'd rather use this armor. Because that I think I was wearing just because it's something. But fortification and adamantine at least do something. Get that right away. Profane well-rounded. And then, yeah, we'll have that on there too. I can, honestly, why do I have that on there? I don't need you. Go away. Nah. There we go. All of you move over.
You make your way back into Hazardill's warehouse. Stealth might
The Reaper.
be an asset here.
A Reaper. We'll kill him.
We didn't kill him quick enough.
Well, tell
I
them
paid
to
the ultimate
Wary
sacrifice.
kobold
Well,
guards
tell
this
them to
room.
kill him quicker.
You may be forced to fight.
Also, you didn't have to keep the level cap at 2. You could have put it up to 3.
I did not realize where it was. There we go.
Yeah, when you're super low, it defaults a little lower.
Yeah.
I think it usually defaults to your level being the highest. Usually? I think so.
Yeah, it usually just defaults to whatever your level is.
As the upper limit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this dude was back here and you guys are way over here and nobody noticed him, but yeah, there was a dude.
I don't know. But he picked me up and he's just kind of standing here.
Now you'll notice I didn't get a spot notification, but I as a player still knew that there was a trap there because I've done this quest a lot. That being
hey,
said,
they made it.
you know, maybe not everyone has. But hey, he found the trap for me.
Yep.
I don't think... Oh no, wait, there is a shrine in this quest.
You have recovered the stolen goods for Cartamon. Return them to him right away.
Cardamon. This is true. I will lead him, but will he follow?
Far.
Hmm?
So far he is.
But can he make it all the way? Can he go the distance? Oh,
I
alright.
don't have these
He's
answers.
gone. Alright, so this is not the shrine
This
room.
wasn't it. No.
It was the other one.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I could have sworn I was in my head like, huh, that's not it, is it? But then I went in there anyways and killed him. Okay, so that was afterwards. Oh, I guess that gives me a good chance to explain. If you loot a chest after it has already been opened, You will not get the treasure if it was opened before you entered the dungeon. So just keep that in mind. Oh boy, the Sword of Pain. It sounds so cool, but it's so bad. And when you're done with a mission, if you're not close to the front door, in the objectives panel, you can also hit the XP button for your experience report. If you don't know the shortcut, it's X by default, I think. I don't know, I have it on X. You can also hit the finish button and confirm that you want to leave, and if you just wait for that progress bar at the top to work, it'll literally teleport you out once it's done, so you don't have to go run back to the entrance if it's a bit of a ways for you. And if the dungeon is completed, you will be fully healed when you leave, regardless of how much damage you had before. If it's not completed, no, but, excuse me, if it is, you're good.
So Borderlands now?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I'll call this episode like Bayordry and Borderlands or something.
Yeah, that works.
Because so far I've been naming them mostly off of what we've been doing.
Yeah, that lets you break it into manageable chunks too.
That's also why I've been recording in the segments I have.
Instead of being like, oh, hey, my game crashed, yay. But instead of being like, oh, we recorded 6 hours worth, oops.
So one important thing to note here, this guy, Qual of Vez, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, the Wondrous Mount Vendor, if you go out in the adventure zone, the wilderness area out here, the Borderlands proper, and you defeat the rare encounters and loot their chests, in that area, there is a chance that they will drop feather tokens, bring this guy 15, and he'll give you a horse mount. He'll give you a token for it. If you then go to the epic version of this area, which remember you must be level 20 or higher to do, then you complete the quests, the epic version of the quests proper, that you can access out there in the wilderness zone. There's a chance that those quests will drop an enchanted horseshoe. You bring Qual your base mount and the enchanted horseshoe, and you can upgrade that into a fast mount, which gives you a 100% move speed as opposed to the regular mount's 80% move speed bonus. Remember that move speed does not work in the quests, because that'd be a little much. From like a gameplay perspective, it's just like, oh, that'd be a lot.
Yeah. Also,
But
you have lead now.
but it does work in safe zones like hub worlds and stuff. It works in wilderness areas, so it is absolutely super useful and slash or convenient. Okay, let me see.
You go be level 3. Oh shit, that's right, I never went to Fred. I was supposed to do that.
Well, when you hit level 3, you get that other feat. Oh, right, that's gonna be natural fighting.
Yes.
It's fine. It'll probably take more time than it's worth. Borderlands isn't really that hard.
Okay. Don't let me forget to change it after, though. We'll do it between.
I make no promises. Chat,
Okay.
don't let her forget.
Yeah, please don't let me forget.
I just stabbed a bear in the butt with a stick and he died.
Ow!
Yeah, I thought that would hurt you, so I mentioned it.
So mean.
Yes. Was I supposed to be nice? I'm the rogue. I'm supposed to be the mean guy in the group, right? Pretty sure it's in my contract that I got hired for.
Yeah, probably.
Small, squalid cave entrances.
Smallid
dot the
cave
ravine
entrances.
walls. These must be the
Ravine,
caves of
the wall
chaos,
dots.
where the cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
Alright, so I'll take the second to go over some of the enhancements that we're working with so far. We kind of already talked about the half-orc and the inquisitive bit, I think, when we first loaded up and had the free ones. But as far as Thief Acrobat goes, the first core allows us to use dexterity to hit with quarterstaves as opposed to strength, meaning we can take advantage of dexterity in other ways as well without sacrificing our damage or having to split our points too thin. This left line of abilities up the tree, Staff Training, gives us additional bonuses to hit and to damage, super useful for landing attacks and doing more with them. Thief Acrobatics gives us a few points in the skills Balance, Jump, and Tumble, which is neat and all, but really it grants us additional attack speed, which is wild. Attack speed. And then the other ability we have is just more Staff Training for more hit and damage. And then the second core ability, the cores are these ones along the ground line, 1 through 6, grants us dexterity to damage with quarterstaves. So now we don't have to sacrifice our accuracy or our damage from our main stat, while taking advantage of dexterity bonuses over strength ones. It also grants us the feat Swords to Plowshares for free, without meeting the prereqs, as long as we're spec'd into this ability. That feat grants the aforementioned +1 morale bonus to critical threat range with quarterstaves, sickles, and commas. This is useful because more critical threat range increases the number you can roll on the d20 and still land a critical hit. So normally you're only rolling a 20 to crit on a quarterstaff, but now we can roll a 19 or a 20 and land a critical. Very useful. Now you'll note that it did say it was a morale bonus. Remember, same type bonuses do not stack.
This crest matches one
So
of the
don't
sockets
think
on
you
the
can get
Minotaur's barrier.
more than one bonus
There
to
must
your
be
critical
more
threat
somewhere
range
in the
unless
cave.
it's a different type of bonus. So that one's a morale bonus, and as a consequence should stack with pretty much everything else. I don't think there's anything over there. Is there something over here? Something over here. Come on.
This should be enough crests to fill all of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier.
All those sound effects, as you may remember, are all
With all
from...
three crests neatly fitted into their sockets,
Well, he just
the
died.
magical barrier fades.
Yeah, we're doing a lot
The
of damage.
infuriated Minotaur gives a roar of rage and attacks.
Sure
The
we hit
Minotaur's
R1?
bellow is cut
We
short
did in
as it
fact hit
collapses.
R1.
Yep.
Okay.
Now the treasure the creature had been
You'll notice
guarding
that
is
on
yours
Reaper
for
mode,
the
the first time completing Reaper difficulty XP bonus is 95 instead of like 45 or whatever. So, absolutely getting more XP for a higher difficulty. Very useful. Much XP. Very XP. Such
Wow.
XP. Wow XP. was I talking about? I was talking about something, wasn't I?
Your enhancements?
No, I'm pretty sure I covered that. At least I think I did.
Reaper XP? Mentioned that.
You
Oh,
notice a small iron key in
no,
the
wait,
corner
that
of the
wasn't
room.
it. What was it?
Not sure.
I don't know. If anybody gives a shit,
The
whatever it
iron
was
lock
about,
creaks
ask
as
in the
it opens.
comments and I'll be
You
like,
hear
oh,
heavy
that's right,
footsteps
that's what I was
approaching.
talking about. Like 3 months from now, you can remind me then, I don't know.
The smell of meat cooking wafts tantalizingly down the corridor. You notice the glint of silver in the far corner of this chamber.
Okay, so
As the first
strike
lever is
through,
pulled, the crystal above it
you
flares
have
into
a
light.
percent amount of strike through, right? Like my strike through chance is 80%. You have 20% to start with, just like you have
The
20%
image of a
offhand
small
hit chance,
silver key is
no matter
embossed
what.
on this
But you can only
surprisingly
utilize
well-crafted
strike through
lock.
when in
As the
certain
silver lock
combat
is opened,
styles.
you hear the muffled voices of bugbears
Ooh,
ahead.
2 of them. And now noon of them.
Huddled humans dressed in rags
Huddled
flinch
rags
away
dressed
from
in
the door as you
humans.
open it. As the second lever is pulled, you can hear the rumble of the sealed door sliding open. As the door opens, you see several humans in chains crouching
You
against
see
the
several
walls.
chains in humans. Is that a third Reaper?
It's been a lot of Reapers so far.
Only 3. Such low numbers.
As you open the door, a massive bugbear growls and attacks.
A massive
As the
bugbear.
captain dies, you notice a small ornate key on the table in the far corner of the room. The door to the treasury opens with a satisfying click.
See if I can unlock this. Hooray! There's nothing on there, so it doesn't matter. Phone
The wall
work.
here is decorated with the skulls of
There we go.
elves, humans, and dwarves.
It was not cooperating and
various
typing the words I
stages of
wanted it
decay.
to.
The Ash Tusk like to display their brutality proudly.
I don't know why it's so funny to be a giant half-orc with a
A
stick and
tripwire
do sneak
snaps,
attack
and a
damage,
gong
but it
clangs in
is.
response. Several orcs rush around the corner,
Just
roused
unique.
by the alarm. A dangerous orc
Little
stands
special.
in the training area. You ready your attack. This
Oh,
room is
was
where
it
the
strike
Frost
through? I
Agent
bet it
Man
was
creates
strike
its
through.
magical
Oh yeah, you did
concoctions.
mention strike through.
Best to
So
destroy these
you
now,
have
before
20%
they can
base
create more
strike
of the
through,
deadly and vile
just cause the
substances.
same way
This
you
orc
have
seems
20%
fiercer than the rest of the Frost
offhand
Agent clan.
strike chance.
Letting him
That's
live
just
will
what you
just
start
need a
with.
possible new chief who must be dealt with
And
in the
you can only
future.
access that strike through if you are using a combat style that specifies you can. Usually this means two-handed fighting, but there are technically some exceptions. You can use two-handed fighting while
This
wielding
is
a
the armory of
shield
the
if the
Ash-Tusk
one-handed
clan.
weapon you wield in
Without
your main
weapons and
hand
armor,
is
the
very
tribe would be
specifically
much
a
less
bastard sword
dangerous.
or dwarven war axe, as they are the hand and the half weapons. You must still get the two-handed fighting line feats,
The lever clicks
but
into place.
you can.
And the sound of grinding gears can be heard somewhere in the cave.
And if you are a Tempest Ranger, after activating Dance of Death, you can temporarily
Grinding gears can be heard
access
once again
strike through
as a
even though
gate
you are
opens
dual
somewhere in the
wielding
cave.
and not using a big boy weapon. And it also grants you strike through since you wouldn't normally have some as that kind of character. Other than that, oh, and I guess you can use a Bastard Sword or Dwarven War Axe and no shield and just use that, and that would technically also work. But unless you're an artificer with a rune arm, why would you? Because then your hand is just empty. That's like, at that point, just use a normal one-handed weapon and take the attack speed. If you're gonna use the hand and a half weapon in one hand, you might as well either get a rune arm for extra damage or get a shield for extra defense. You shouldn't leave it empty because you get literally nothing. Not if you're going the two-handed fighting route, that is. So as you get more strike through from various sources, for instance, the two-handed fighting feat grants an extra 60% chance. I know it says plus 80%, but don't worry about it, it's just showing up weird like that. The feat grants you 60% on top of your 20% base. It just ends up being 80% total. The future feats, improved and greater two-handed fighting, don't show up that way, but yeah, just deal with it, I guess. I don't know. So you have 20%, you get 60% from two-handed fighting, and you can get some more percent from improved and greater.
The runner, and not a moment too soon. Who knows what else the kobold tribe
And
might
then
bring to
other
bear
than that,
against
you can get more in usually in enhancement trees.
An elderly kobold demands
Aside
your
from
attention.
feats, like for instance in
Calling for
Thief
the
Acrobat,
cessation of
there's
hostilities.
improved second strikes,
You've
which
made a
grants
deal
5,
with
10,
the tribe.
20% strike through chance.
Strike down their leader
And
to
Half-Orc
gain
has
your
Great
support.
Weapon Aptitude, which grants 5, 10, 20% strike through chance. For every 100% strike through you have, you are guaranteed to hit a second target. And then if you are between 1 and 200, you have
Now
a
that the
percent
thief is
chance to
dead,
hit a third
you should let
target
the tribe know
based
they
on
are
how
free
much
of his
over
item.
100 you are. So if you're at 130%, you will always hit a second target because of the 100, and then 30% of the time you will hit a third because of the 30% part of 130. So if you have 300% strike through, then you always hit 4 targets, assuming they're all in range. So basically it just
The
turns all
kobolds
your
react
attacks
to the
into
news of their chief's
cleaves.
death with what seems like
Limited
relief.
cleaves, like it's not
The
full
elderly
on hit
kobold
literally
offers you a
everyone,
reward
but
for freeing
it's a
her
lot of
tribe from
cleave.
the tyrannical war chief. A secret door
And it is
slides open in the common
absolutely
chamber.
good.
According to the
Like,
kobold
it's
crone,
really
their chief
good.
has been behaving
You thought killing
strangely
one monster
ever
at a
since he
time was
brought the
useful?
charm of evil chaos to the cave.
Try 2 or
She's
3 at a
happy to
time.
be rid of both the
You got
chief
that crest,
and
right?
the vile talisman.
I think I was the one that picked it up. I know I tried to. Yeah, I have Kobold and Orc.
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna end up having all 3 at this rate.
Small, squalid cave entrances
Aww.
dot the ravine walls. These must be the caves
Look at
of
this.
chaos,
The Paladin
where
has the least
cultists
number
and
of
their
hit
monster allies
points.
have made their base.
Because he just made the character.
Yeah. Meaty favor. So that must be their favor grind character or something.
It is quite possible that this is his first time favor bonus character.
You enter the caves.
That is
determined to
absolutely
eliminate
possible.
another threat to the residents of the keep.
I am not waiting for Bless because I don't hate myself.
Your loss.
As the last goblin
Nah.
dies, you notice something
Your goggle
glittering in the
bless is
debris under the makeshift
whatever.
wooden walkway.
This isn't 5e Bless,
The
okay?
lock on this stout door does not look pickable. The guardroom door opens
That was
with
a
the
lot of
squeal
damage.
metal on metal, rousing the guards on the far side. opens, a small goblin cries out.
Yo, he's the chief now.
You go away! The goblin falls.
Chief now, me go
Looking
away.
around, you spot an iron key in the back of
I would
the
be more
chamber.
concerned with swapping my trinket to be able to hit Reapers, but like half of our party can just kind of hit them, so I don't even really care.
Yeah, I was thinking the same with going back for one of the
You
ghostly
hear the
weapons.
squeal of rats from the doorway
But then
ahead.
I'm like,
The orange crystal flares
nah.
to life as the lever is pulled. Somewhere in the tunnels, another crystal respawns.
If it were a smaller group, I would.
Yeah, but 2 warlocks and an arcane archer. I'm pretty sure he's an arcane archer. Yep, he is. They can literally just hit Reapers, so it is
Yeah.
The red
irrelevant.
crystal begins
Though
to
I guess
glow,
the arcane archer
and the
has to have
sound of
force arrows
stone
on, and it
scraping
looks
on
like he has
stone
acid arrows
echoes
on,
out from the goblin's common area.
but still. We have 2 warlocks, so
Yeah, we're not having any issues with them.
yeah, we should be fine. And if not, just attacking them 50,000 times with 6
A
people.
foul
I don't know,
stench
someone
wafts
should land
out
a hit,
from
right?
this newly opened cavern.
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned right now. They haven't really
Someone
been
will
an issue.
hit the pinata.
Does it really count as a pinata if it's fighting back?
That's a good point.
All my points are good. All my goods are points.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. I'm selling goods, and the things I'm selling are good points.
This
It
heavy,
absolutely makes sense.
iron-bound
Not my
door
fault you don't
is
understand.
fitted with an unpickable magical lock. The door swings open on well-oiled hinges, startling the hobgoblins on the far side. You hear the sounds of guttural chanting coming from the chamber ahead.
Walks while he's sneaking. He just looks like he has a bad back.
A magical barrier seals off
I'm
the passage.
old.
Perhaps the
What?
magical runes on the wall
You know, I did
Yeah.
it last time. It's your turn.
You get back here, young
Plus, that means-
whippersnapper.
Show the people how the puzzle works. See, now you missed your chance.
Did I? It's pretty obvious.
I don't know. Maybe the people haven't played Simon Says.
Oh, well, it lagged, so it's a good thing I'm not doing it, because I couldn't see it anyways. Oh, it did for him, too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, everyone had a lag spike there.
If you're wondering why one of those is lighting up, even though it's not the one he's hitting, and it's lighting up differently, like it's more like it's highlighted, that's just where the auto target is looking at, that's all. Do I feel like explaining Reapers right now?
There's really not much to explain.
No? Are you sure?
A massive
Fine, then I
iron
guess you
Just
can-
bars
take
this
the cop
passage.
out.
Why don't you explain them then if there's not much to it at all?
They're big bad boys that want to kill you, and they're hard to hit.
I suppose
Done.
that's technically not wrong. Not that it feels very right.
They're dangerous spooks.
The wall in the armory
Who are actually
slides
not
open,
undead.
making barely a sound.
Aren't they, what is it, outsiders?
The hobgoblin chieftain lurches out of his throne
Yeah.
with a roar.
Incorporeal
The goblin
outsiders?
chieftain slumps to the ground, dead.
I was gonna go more with lawful outsiders. Usually, I think.
Yeah, I think they're lawful.
They're like lawful evil outsiders. I think some of them I think are evil, some are lawful, but I think really they're all like kind of lawful. I don't know. This game's weird. Being a type of outsider versus having an alignment, even though you can be an alignment type of outsider, does not necessarily mean that that is your only alignment, because there's like 2 levels of alignment, 2 types of alignment. I don't know.
And they like to show up when it's most inconvenient for the player.
Which is all the time. Which is all the time. Nah, it's fine. Whoa.
And for some reason, they like to be 3 at once.
Small, squalid cave entrances dot the ravine walls.
Can there be like literally
These
2
must be
guys?
the caves of chaos, where the cultists and their monster allies have made.
Alright, I got the
their
3rd
base.
one.
Oh, I'm not even proficient with a longbow. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Look at that. You kill enough guys, you get extra XP. That's how Slayer works. The checkpoints go up as you reach each section. So the first checkpoint to get experience is for 10 kills. Then the next one is 25, which is 15 more, not 10 more. So it gets a little bit harder each time.
You can see Gnoll guards ahead, blocking the entrance to their camp. Just as you brace yourself for a fight, another Gnoll calls out to you in a shrill voice. Boomfoot reveals the last of the vermin lets out a mangled shriek as you knock it into the dirt. Oro's Sandcloak lets you in on a secret. Chief Bloodgleam has been lying to the Outlanders about sending their comrades to join the cult. If you can prove that Outlanders are being killed as sacrifices instead, it will destroy their loyalty to the chief. You spot a gemstone ring among the rubble of bones and blood. Oro said Gravemaw always wore a ring like that before
Sorry,
he
I
went
had,
to serve the cult.
Textable-based
This
messages to
proof of
go
Gravemaw's
through
death
momentarily.
will convince the Outlanders once and for all that they should abandon the cult.
Breakables. Man, the worst part is we actually just ran through the epic version on here not too long ago, so it's kind of like,
Like, what, last
The
weekend?
Gnoll nods in
it's like,
agreement.
oh, we're back already.
You've convinced enough Gnoll Outlanders to turn against Chief Bloodgleam and her cultists. You've convinced members of the tribe to turn against the Cult of Evil Chaos, and found proof that Chief Bloodgleam has been lying about sending the Outlanders to work with the cultists. This should be more than enough to create an uprising in the Gnoll's ranks. Chief Bloodgleam bellows at the crowd.
You would trust this outsider over your own chief? Have you forgotten everything the cult has done for you idiots?
The Outlanders seem to reconsider, but you have something that will convince them. You hold up Gravemaw's bloody ring and reveal that you found it in the chief's shrine.
Chief said Gravemaw joined the cult! But
Get back here,
Gravemaw never
whippersnapper.
took off that ring.
I was like, I'm out of here. Fuck all of you.
Absolute
You
child.
Blood-stained earth. Not a single cultist remains standing. The Outlanders cheer, relieved that they can finally leave the Borderlands behind.
Those fools! I can't believe they took
So,
the bait!
Eula stands beside Oro, who laughs with her.
I think the
There must
gate
be
didn't
more to
load.
these two than it initially seemed. With Chief Bloodgleam and the other cultists out of the way, Eula and Oro can finally escape into the wilds together.
I got
As they
2
turn to
Aegises
leave,
of the first
Eula
watch.
tells you to
Somebody
hold
give
on to
me
the charm
one.
of evil chaos she gave
I
you,
didn't.
in case you need help defeating the
No,
rest
that
of the
stuff's
cult.
not really. It's whatever. So we got 2 more? 2 more. I need to turn a lamp on. Hold on. Ah, lamp.
Whispery voices and scraping sounds announce the presence of undead.
Move. Speed.
Life is meaningless.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of undead here. I probably shouldn't use my negative energy mask, huh?
Probably not.
Probably not. It's good against the cultists, though. Do we do all the little optional side things just so they see what it is?
Eh. No, you gotta leave some secrets.
I think you just don't want to do it.
Nah. No, definitely not that one.
No, not that one. Well,
No,
fine.
we gotta
Here,
leave
I'll
a
go do it.
surprise.
I'll go do it. It'll be fine.
You gotta go leave surprises.
A surprise. You spoiled the surprise. Hold on.
Very least you do have to show them the shinies.
Oh, so that one's fine.
Because it's funny.
The prisoner in this cell is a Medusa.
You. You don't look stupid enough to be a cultist.
She calls out.
Well, what if I'm just a
Tell me what
charisma
you're doing
build?
here, and I won't turn you to stone.
Freed of her bonds, the Medusa agrees to help you.
Can I just pick
She
that?
says,
I think it's time
Huh,
for a
so I can just pick that,
small
that's cool.
chat. Face to face.
you hear footsteps down below, and a gruff voice calls out.
Put
So
them
you
in
have the
manacles,
crests,
boss.
so we'll need you.
I'll be right over.
The large torturer does a double take.
Hey, you're not one of us. What the?
Oh, God. She's not doing the thing.
Whispering voices call to you.
I was trying to get her to
The torturer
do her
falls.
thing, and then she just didn't, so I was just kind of standing there like a jackass, like, alright, that's cool.
Just kind of waiting.
You don't know
Yeah,
what
I was trying to let the
you're
NPC
doing.
ally
Say the whispering
initiate.
voices.
See how that worked out.
It's
Who
fun.
knows what will happen? A crawling, broken
Where's the
creature
dude?
scampers toward you, hissing insults. The fleeing priest
Yeah, that. I was trying to get her to just do that.
and is then cut short. You notice an expensive-looking gem embedded in the throne made of human bones. As you pluck out the gem, you hear the soft scraping of bones. The dead rise, the white falls, its pitiful existence ended. You hear a shuffle, then a strange, slurpy sound coming from behind the fence.
B sound.
The sneaky gelatinous cube falls to pieces. Its ambition to eat you diced short.
I have so many NPCs with me. See, this right here, this is a summoner build. You just have to very specifically play Total Chaos. It's kind of a shame you can't really play like a dedicated summoner and have it be like super good.
Maybe one day.
I mean, to be fair, like I can understand why so many games make summoners not actually really entirely viable, because it'd be kind of busted if you could just pop a summon and sit back and let them do all the work.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do it like World of Warcraft, where they're viable, but they won't solo a
Unseen
quest.
voices murmur from the shadows
Yeah.
of
But,
the
like,
chamber.
I had tanks when I played a hunter. I had a pet that was a tank, and I was like, healer, heal the bear. The bear would just tank the freaking instance when we couldn't find one.
The murmur of the voices rises to a triumphant.
Like, oh, well, we need a tank to start. And I'm like, nah, I got this, guys. And he would hold aggro and stuff.
Apparently there is one nook and
The
slash or
Medusa
cranny we
stops
have
in the
not
middle
been
of
to.
the passage. I'll stay here to make sure no one
Need to do the
sneaks
crests
out
too,
past
if you come over.
she says.
I'm looting
I
the
know
chest
this
for
place
nothing
well,
good.
And this is the only way out.
Now I'm looting the gold piles for gold. Now I'm looting my speed boots for speed.
This gets a reaction out of the voices. Soon. Join us. Is that what I think Between the agitated whispers, you hear other, less supernatural voices coming from the nearby hallway. The voices whisper triumphantly.
Watch me not care that I'm the rogue. Watch me care a little bit that I'm the rogue.
You ring the bell, and the voices are finally.
Okay, so I might have let myself get a little too surrounded, but it'll be fine. 3 hit points.
There we go. I had to get out of stealth, or I mean out of rage.
Oh, I was good. I only needed those 3 hit points. That was plenty.
Yeah, you're fine.
I was. I didn't take a single point of damage after that.
Sure.
I didn't. I paid attention. Hey, we found the last
The
nook.
last of the undead guardians of the temple crumples. Will they rise again, or will they stay down?
And then wherever the codex page is, it's in a semi-random spot. There we go. They found it. Now we're
Yeah, I
good.
think he was waiting by it.
There's-
Woohoo!
There's a little bit more to that quest because I was only able to show off a few pieces of it because other people did other parts. But this one's actually really cool. And then the last one we can just drop down here. Whichever that is. I recognized Arya's character's race from her fucking feet while looking at her from below because I fell down and I was with Featherfall, so it was slow enough that I saw. She popped on right after me and her feet were taking up all of my fucking screen. And I could tell it was a shifter. I have a problem because I should not be able to tell that. I have a fucking problem.
Played this game a lot.
Something large and dangerous.
Why does this quest always have a Reaper at the front? If it has one, it's at the front.
Yeah, I don't know. But it does happen frequently.
The cult of evil chaos has set up camp in this cave, with the goal of capturing and taming the beast that lives within. With the Beastmaster defeated, you must now confront the creature he tried to tame.
And Nemesis.
And we're sure this wasn't intentional.
Nah, I forgot that I had to hug the wall closer. I was just kind of running. Don't laugh at me.
Oh, I'm laughing at you. So cool thing about bear traps is
They
they're...
catch bears.
You can also
I was gonna say they are traps that you can disable, that you don't have to go to... oh, never mind. I was gonna say something stupid anyways. Hey, we did it, woo.
Whoa.
against the residents of the valley.
Borderlands done.
Borderlands, more like... yeah, that roar that the dead owlbear gave. Was that a record speed run?
I don't know, it was pretty fast.
No, extremely. Phone. Extremely. Not extensive. Extreme. Thank you. I just gotta make sure there's nothing on here I actually super want, and there's probably not, and it shouldn't even matter anyways. Okay, so I can actually
Didn't
short
even
bows,
look.
I just can't use long bows. Hmm?
I didn't even look. Just grabbed shit.
I guess I should probably technically take that short bow, but I don't really care. It's not really important. Doesn't matter. Just give me things. Nothing on here is sticking out to me. My armor's actually decent anyways, so... Fortification and adamantine. Even on light armor, adamantine is still worth something at this level. Actually, that staff was objectively not bad. Level 4 plus 2 holy 2 smashing 2. Still, like, not as good as the nicked weapon. Absolutely not. But, like, if this were, like, hardcore, I'd use that. So I only have 2 points? I'll get 2 out of 2 haste boost. Repair all this stuff.
Soon we'll
Select.
start there.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
After I sell these absolute mountains of gear that doesn't matter. Actually, wait, hold on. There we go. I'm not gonna be using that. Oh, nope, not that last one. No, Thieves' Tool's over there. And these are plus 2s. Yeah. Okay, so you need to go like that. There we go. Inventory rearranged. Why did I hit Korthos Island? Why did I not hit Gatekeepers Grove?
Oh, that seems silly.
That is very silly. Did someone already... Oh, someone already ran in.
We have all run in.
And now people are dying.
Yeah, I don't know why he guided it over here. He opened the dog pen and then proceeded to run the opposite direction of the party.
Oh, alright. I've made it to the quest. I will definitely have to move between episodes.
Did you
after
get
this.
credit?
Nope. So we're going again.
At least it's a quick one. Alright.
Alright, we good now?
Yeah, somebody got excited and broke the tables.
Well, that's their fault. No excitement here. Attack speed. I must have more. People running over here like I need help. What do I look like, a rogue to you? Wait.
A little bit.
Nah.
You wrecked enough tables to satisfy Brother of
Man,
Hustle.
people breaking the tables early. Jerks.
A small mirror is mounted. A large, ugly fellow
I don't get to
approaches
participate
with
in this.
murder in his
Oh,
eye.
I hit the wrong button.
Ramsay Morcourt
I hit the
falls to his
right
knees
button?
and then flattens his face. His business will offend the church no longer.
Worthless gear. Worthless gear. Stuff is not actually that good. Now we can get. Oh, Shadow dodge is so good though. But haste boost. Haste boost. Maxed
Boost.
out haste boost. By the way, you're noticing that whenever I'm updating the haste boost ability, I am pulling it out from my enhancements tab of my character sheet and putting it on my bar. That's because active abilities do not. Holy shit! I got a dragon chart. Active abilities do not reactively update. At least as far as I'm aware. You have to drag down the new versions. Passives do, because there's nothing to do for them anyways, but active ones, buttons you have to click to cause their effect, no. So make sure you drag down the new ones. This includes if you reset the tree, if you update it and get a stronger version, because you get 2 ranks or 3 ranks or whatever in the ability, you know, whatever the case is. So don't be afraid to do that. You have something of mine that I'm giving you because it's yours now. That was literally the turn-in reward from the last quest.
Are you talking to me, you?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, one moment. I walked away to feed the cat.
I read that like right before you said that. That's why I stopped saying anything. I was like, oh, she's gone.
Yep. Still here technically, but
Now, while this is happening, I'm going to take this moment to end the video because we're not supposed to do the harbor and Borderlands in the same video. Are we going to do the harbor and Borderlands in the same video and it's just going to be really long? How long did it take us to do Borderlands? Should we make that one video?
like 15 minutes maybe?
Did it really? Okay, fine. We're doing harbor and Borderlands in one video. We weren't supposed to, but we are now.
It went pretty quick. This group's pretty good.
I would go ahead because honestly, I could just smack these guys and it doesn't matter, but I do want to give you this item just so I don't forget it later because I don't want it in my inventory.
Yeah, I'll be there in 1 sec.
Oh, it's fine. There's no rush.
I just don't want this cat to kill me in my sleep because he's hungry.
I mean, do you taste good?
Probably not.
Is he that desperate?
Possibly. Everybody's just standing here? What the fuck?
I told you I wanted to trade the item!
No, why is everybody else? Jesus, the
Well,
bear has to do everything.
Listen, if you're not the tank, I am.
Decaying trash. Vermin scurry away from your footsteps.
There is no tank in these.
Yeah, these guys die in like 1 or 2 hits. Watch this. See?
I love how everybody's just waiting.
They're spooked. They are shooketh.
Because I scolded them last time for starting.
Oh my. Did you? I was paying like half attention.
Yeah, because you didn't make it in the quest. So I scolded him. I was like, well, now we have to do it again.
Rummaging through trash and
Hold on. Lag. Trap. There we go. Do. Trap disabled. $120 double strike critical. I almost one-shot that guy with a crit. I think think if I just like rolled max on damage, I would have. Rubies. An enemy. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Smugs rubies. Who needs incorporeal bypass when you have haste boost? I'm just gonna send out such a high raw number of attacks. One of them will hit you anyways.
Rickety barricade here blocking further progress.
God, I love haste boost.
Haste boost is really good. I can't wait to get it.
I already got it.
Yeah, well, I have to get bear stuff first. I guess I don't have to.
I mean, you could technically go Vistani before bear. You do have that option.
I may do a hybrid. Get some of my rage stuff and then... Or I could be just non-rage bear until later.
I mean, it would let you cast spells. So you could
Yes.
you could heal in the
Because I'm
middle of
not
stuff
technically
sooner.
really raging much right now anyways.
As an unseen
because
blade
of that.
clings to your face. Below, chittering voices rise in
And I
hungry
will say,
anticipation.
rapid slash at low levels, along with haste boost, is so much damage, at least in theory. I don't know why I said at low levels, just in general.
I'm feeling very slow after having just come off of Vistani bear, like
At high
capped
levels,
Vistani bear.
yeah. At high levels, that thing just, like, it's just a claw machine. Why can't I jump here?
Helicopter.
Never, ever speak again. Literally just don't. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I feel like there was a trap I didn't get to disable that we missed out on XP for.
Probably. The fiery one, I think.
Yeah. We have a trapper. We should let the trapper do the trap so we get more XP. People
I think we have 2 trappers.
Who the fuck else here is a trapper?
I don't know, somebody else was doing sneaky stuff.
That doesn't mean they're a trapper.
Oh.
When was the last time I went trick-or-treating?
Random.
Well, I mean, to you maybe. But
Where'd that question come from?
oh, me and Aaron might be going trick-or-treating.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Get free candy. What's not
Adults
to
go trick-or-treating though? I thought that was a kid's
Yo,
thing.
I have literally went trick-or-treating with my mom after I turned 18.
Huh.
Now, I will say I haven't gone in quite a few years. I think I've only went once or twice since I've become a legal adult. But I do not give a single shit. I will absolutely go trick-or-treating. My guy is free candy. What's not to love?
Should proceed with caution.
True.
But I can't.
I just didn't know people would actually hand candy to adults doing it.
Ow, that hurt. Ow, that hurt. He missed me one time. I get to live. Take that, enemy. You didn't have literally perfect accuracy, so I kill you. You know, I honestly thought haste boost attack rate would carry me through that fight a lot harder. But, man, hitting that Reaper was rough. Maybe I really should put my Book of Spirits on so I can hit him. Oh, our Paladin's gone. I gotta put the LFM back up. Here. Do you actually want the LFM? You can have it. because I got a man being the guy who's on the video. I mean, you were also on the video, but I don't know. That's my excuse. You got this, I believe in you.
I was not prepared because I'm doing other things, but I will get it up eventually.
I mean, it doesn't super matter. I think we're fine. I mean, if you want to pass it back, I can just toss it up real quick. I just kind of put it
No,
on
I've
you
already
'cause-
got it. I just need to do what I was doing first.
What were you doing? I was just
I
trying to
had
break
switched
everything.
my enhancement trees over.
Oh, you're doing that right now.
Yeah.
Wait. How? You're in the quest. You're literally right there.
No, I mean I did it outside the door, and I was just fixing my bars up and stuff.
Oh.
Where are you? You need health bar.
No, I'm good. This was literally just all the Reaper. Nobody else can touch me. I'm fragging. Who
You
needs
don't look very
sneak attack?
good.
I look awesome.
You look like you don't have much HP.
Yeah, but I'm a big man with a big stick, so I look awesome.
So what are you guys gonna go dressed as?
Oh, jeez. I didn't think that far ahead.
Because you can't just walk around in plain clothes as an adult and be like, hi, give me candy.
Well, that's the thing. She was actually apprehensive about it at first and was like, I kind of, like, it's not really like her thing. But it's not like it's not her thing. Like, she's kind of in the middle of telling me about it right now, but obviously I'm, like, trying to play the game and record. By the way, as we do more recordings, you guys will hear less and less of me constantly teaching you about the game in small ways, and instead literally just shooting the shit and hanging out with my friend and talking about other things, because I don't need to explain how the game works every single time. I trust you guys to learn it and understand it, and I'm not trying to do a tutorial series. I'm just kind of going, hey, it might be nice if you aren't completely lost in the dark on what I'm doing, or I guess we're doing, you know? Oh no, I rolled a 2 and failed my dex save. I don't have improved evasion yet.
Look who was overconfident and how good they were.
I rolled low.
With their 20 HP.
Listen, I rolled a 2. Leave me alone. You know, if I was playing a halfling, I would have made that. I would have had 2 more decks, and
Well, look who wanted to be a big boy with a stick.
I would have had 2 more decks and +1 to all saves. I would have had 2 more reflex save, and I failed on a 2. I probably would have passed.
Well,
I'm calling it right the fuck now. I would have made that if I were a halfling. I would have made it.
well, you didn't.
I would have made it.
Because you aren't. So now I have to go and save you.
You know, I wonder if I had gotten a point of shadow dodge instead of haste boost, if that making my dex go to 25 or from 25 to 26 would have given me the reflex save to pass to. I wonder. Oh. And I have so many bonuses to saves against traps too, from trap
How the fuck do I
sense and
get in
rogue
there?
You got to go from the other side. You have to jump back up, do the reverse jump skip, and then go around. Because I was going the main way to get extra XP for breakables and kills, while everyone else is doing the main stuff. And I didn't get to do the other trap.
Well, you shouldn't have got yourself killed.
I mean, if I still wouldn't have gotten it in time, because they finished the quest.
Alright, so who
very
wants
quickly
healing
after.
now?
You do. You're at 87% HP. You're missing 70. Don't you sit on my head. There's so many things wrong with that. I don't think I can.
Go.
I don't think I can set this video as made for kids anymore, or not made. No, now I have to set it as not made for kids. Thank you. Now I can get Thief Acrobatics maxed out again. Look at me. Look at this is my base attack speed now. I mean, it's not my base, but it's my standing attack speed. No, Rachel, I was actually talking to you.
What?
I was talking to you, not chat. Also, I don't know why I call them chat. Like, this is my attack speed with Thief Acrobatics max now. So this is just standing.
Becoming a helicopter.
And then I get... Ooh, wait until... Okay. Okay, so... Be careful. No kill profit. No AoE.
Don't fuck it up.
Good plan, great plan. I'm just gonna equip that bow I'm not even proficient in. Actually, no, wait, that's a horrible idea. Do I have... Oh, that's right, I sold the bows I was proficient in because I didn't think I'd ever use them. That's fine. I'm literally gonna shoot a bow I'm not even
Fail.
proficient in.
That's fine.
A set of kobold footprints crosses and recrosses itself on the dusty floor. Sometimes the prints wander towards a cool warning bell in the far corner.
I'll just be an intimidate bot.
Several doors lead deeper into the warehouse. A high-pitched yapping noise is abruptly cut off before you can pinpoint its source. The stink of unwashed kobolds pervades this room. You wonder whether washed kobolds would smell any better.
Oh, that was close. Chat, if you noticed, I did a little trick there. I accidentally shot the Prophet, so I quickly flicked off to be looking at a different enemy. Or like off into the distance at nothing in particular, so the arrow would go off into the wall, since they would be out of my targeting sights, basically. I'm trying to keep the herd as thin as possible. Okay, those are all Prophets. Prophet. Yeah, those are like all Prophets. There's literally just this horde of kobolds. Oh, yeah, you have to be super careful because you can't not have AoE attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Flimsy-looking
But thankfully, I play strike-through characters a lot, so I'm getting a lot better at it.
There are many footprints in the dust.
I also do them a lot, but I still prefer safe than sorry if I can. I mean, you've seen how many times I've went through this quest just punching everything. Alright, I think I'll let everyone finish out the rest of it, and I'll go get that side room over there.
I think I accidentally tagged one, but that's okay.
Get off me. Oh, I was just getting the trap.
Yay, kill the prophets!
Well, I got the red name optional boss, but I was literally just searching the trap as it ended. I was so close. Why? Every time there's a trap, it's always like, alright, the next thing I'm gonna do is get that trap.
It shouldn't be the next thing then, you gotta do it first thing.
Well, I wasn't gonna get the trap while fighting the boss.
Rookie.
Yeah, sure, let me just search the trap and disable it while this shaman is just jumping on the back of my head
Need
like a
more
monkey.
evasion.
Evasion doesn't work on that. He's literally gonna jump on my head. He's gonna come up on me like, Dude, I swear, my fucking gym partner's a monkey, but that doesn't mean I want to go back to that.
What?
There was a show called My Gym Partner's a Monkey a long time ago.
Oh, there's a show.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck?
And in it, the main character's gym partner was a monkey.
I see.
As one might imagine. Butchers next. We gotta do Butchers before Reaper points. Suboptimal pathing. That's fine.
I don't know.
That's cool. We're literally gonna no-diff this thing. Oh, you can set it to a level 4 cap, because these are all base 2.
Okay.
You have set foot on the infamous Butcher's Path.
I need to take a second to catch up on messages while everybody rolls back up here. What is this other message? Oh, random. That's jazz. Okay, caught up on messages. People are coming back into the quest, and I can play catch up pretty fast because I got speed boots. The question is, do I grab fast movement as a leveling ability? Bruh. Yo, dude, hold up. Oh, shout out to video recordings catching that. Okay, Rachel, come over here. No. Come into here. Stand right about where I am and look directly where I am. Look on now. Use your eyes to look on the right side. No, not your character model, just your eyes. Anything look weird to you if you kind of swivel around? Something pop in and out of existence there?
No.
Are you zoomed out all the way, or did you zoom in a little?
No, I'm zoomed out.
Maybe your bear perspective is a little off. Try fiddling around with the spot, and pay attention to the far right side of the screen. The area right around here, where this wall should be, and this door space and stuff.
I can't even see that when I'm standing here.
That's weird. Okay, well here, I'll just take a screenshot then. Alright, so, hey, all my Discord gets to show up in the video. Don't pay attention to that. None of this is important. Don't look at that. Just look at that.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't seeing that. Also, why does yours get zoomed out so much further? Mine's at max, but I feel like yours is out further.
Bear perspective?
You have found the hidden kobold
Maybe,
treasure.
I don't know. Or it could just be monitor difference. It's not made for my size of monitor, so it may fuck it up.
Oh yeah, you play on a laptop, don't you? So your monitor is probably smaller than mine.
No, I have a big monitor. It's bigger than yours. The laptop's to the side.
So you aren't playing on the laptop?
I mean, the laptop is the computer that's running the game, but I'm not directly playing on the laptop, no.
Oh, you don't have the visuals showing up
Wonder
there.
if these underwater
No.
pipes might lead to further
Huh.
slaughter.
No, I think I have a 24-inch monitor, 24, 26.
I have no idea what the size of mine is. No idea at all. Now watch as this enemy phases into existence. Okay. Oh, I have to face the door for that too. I forgot about that. Oops. It's okay, he didn't see me. He didn't see me, chat. It's okay. He made the save, but he didn't make the other save against dying, because we did a bunch of damage to him until he was killed.
He didn't make his death saves.
In a manner of speaking. That was a very clever attempt, though. Rats, what's the word? Applaud it? I mean, probably not. But we'll go with
Yay!
that. I like how I actually have the strength to open this door for no reason.
In the hallway, you see a powerful looking troglodyte. You have slain the troglodyte champion.
Troglodyte champion. Did you guys do this part? Oh, you guys didn't do this part. Alright, well I'm gonna hard feed real quick. Doing optional sections while the rest of my team does the main quest.
Somebody finished the quest.
And I'm busy being a rogue, playing by myself, and not abusing the fact that I can deal sneak attack damage by playing with other people. Because other people aren't doing side objectives, so I'm doing side objectives while they're doing main objectives to get slightly more XP. And not even showing off all of the dungeon in the video recordings that are supposed to show off all of the dungeon.
Well, play the quest then. I don't know.
Well, then I can't show off the side stuff, because the party's going too fast. I should go hit level 4. It's not actually like a problem or a big deal or anything. Like, it doesn't actually matter. I am gonna go be level 4 though.
Yeah, go be level 4.
Because that will give me Reaper points, and that'll be nice. I don't think... Yeah, that won't change anything, but I will get that, so that'll be cool. Rogue. Rogue. There we go. I would like to use your services and level up as a rogue. I will increase my dexterity, for that is my main statistical. I will make my skills increase even further beyond, for that is what I do. Hit points, base attack bonus, reflex save. Only 9 hit points? Bruh. Ooh, I get uncanny dodge. Shout out to people that get that reference. Uncanny dodge, there we go. Defensive clicky. Oh, and I guess I get standing dodge. I now have 1% dodge. Yeah, boy. And I gotta spend my Reaper points. We want
I'm gonna
Reaper's
jump in the
offense.
quest.
We want melee power. If we actually do grab sweeping strikes, then I'll put a point in tactics, but I don't have it right now, so I'm not going to. So, okay, it borked it. There we go. Then I can take that down. I don't know if I actually want to have those there long term, but that'll work for this very moment.
The librarian cheerful. The air is chilly and damp. Despite this, the books seem bone dry. Magic must be at work here.
Is anyone else here? Oh. Yeah, no one else here has rogue or artificer levels, so someone else found the trap because the DC is really low in
The
these
librarian
quests.
has left
But
the room.
I'm the only
Quick,
person that can actually
observe
disable
the
them.
librarian's voice shrieks. I know your true
That'd be an
intentions, thief.
interesting way
My
to play.
traps
If you had a
will be the
static
end
build,
of
one
you.
person can search the traps and the other one can disable, but I don't know why you would ever even... I don't know
What
how...
would be the point?
Yeah, like, I don't know, one, how you would manage that, and two, why you would manage that. Like, I'm really not sure what you accomplish, but I'm sure you accomplish something. Probably not something good, but
You can
something.
efficiently do the job with 2 people that is normally done with 1.
Well, you know, the problem is finding traps when you don't have trap finding, so that person would have to have rogue or artificer levels in the first place, which would then mean that they should also be able to be the disabler. Like, in low-level quests, that would work, right? Because the DC isn't so high that you have to have trap finding. But if you're running a static one or something, then oh, excuse me, if you're actually trying to do something like this, you're probably not only playing level 1 through 4 quests or something like that, so it probably
TR at
matters.
level 4, let's go.
Wait, what?
TR at level 4, let's go.
I mean, you could lesser TR.
Alright, let's do it.
Am I the only level 4 in the party? I
Yeah.
am, so I have Reaper points and no one else does, so I just straight up am better. So if you guys remember that thing I talked about Reaper points for a couple videos back, even remotely, you can't put any points in Reaper trees until level 4, and kind of like your main skill trees, your enhancement trees, that stuff is also gated by level and amount of investment in said tree and things like that. Gotta love that attack speed. And stacking some double strike on that too. Damage boosts. Dude, imagine if you could use multiple action boosts at the same time.
You have found what you came
That would
for.
be,
It is time
I
to
believe the
leave
letters
this
are
world.
O and P.
Hey Rachel,
Hey Nico.
come here. Oh, wrong button. I found another one.
Hooray!
Aw, careful. You didn't have enough sarcasm in that one. You're losing your touch. Can you... You can't be level 4 yet, can you?
No, I can. I'm just really lazy.
Just haven't done it. Well, maybe you should go be level 4.
That's right. What the hell did you pass me earlier?
One of those things.
Oh, okay.
Literally the same one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just 2 of the same. Alright, time for garrisons.
And I'm gonna grab level 4.
I forgot how to type for a second.
Nice.
And by that, I mean it was dark and I didn't see where the keys were.
Thought you had a lamp on.
I'm making excuses.
Well, that was a shitty excuse.
Was it? I mean,
Yeah, you had a lamp on.
You've seen what the lighting in my room looks like with a lamp on. It's actually not.
I mean, it looks bright enough on a camera. I haven't been to your room.
I mean, no, you've seen it on the camera. You guys
Yeah, it
always
looks fairly...
You guys always talk about how it's so dark even with the lamp on.
Oh, is that with the lamp? Oh, weird.
Yeah, when it's like super bright, that's when I have the big light on.
Oh,
But the lamp is when it's like really dim from y'all's perspective.
I see.
I tried to say elves, and my phone said wives, so that's cool.
Why does everybody stand around waiting for me? Oh man, I didn't do my Reaper points. Fuck.
Tried to stand here and wait for you.
No, I get anxious when people stand and wait. It's like, just go. then I just get hurried, and then I don't do things I need to do.
Maybe you should have just done them. Also,
But
I
everybody's
wasn't.
standing there.
Also, I wasn't standing there waiting for you or anything, anyways. I was just kind of waiting on people in general.
Well, everybody was there.
You weren't there.
At the end of the tunnel.
No,
you see
but I've been
makeshift
leading everyone in
guards
when you're
and
not
lone
there.
kobold.
Don't you like being the tank or something? I'm the rogue! I shouldn't be the one in front. Well, I mean, maybe I should, but I shouldn't be the one
Well, you have to be the one in front, but you
taking
guys
the
could have
attention.
run in.
Yeah, no one else is gonna run in. Honestly, the worst part is I could probably just solo this literally just by hitting things in the face with a big stick and it would work. I don't actually think that I would be in a lot of danger or anything. I genuinely don't believe I would be.
No, I don't think so. Now I don't have my Reaper points. There's literally no point in going level 4.
I mean, you get more hit points. Hit points are nice. You know, some could argue that hit points are all you live for sometimes.
The section of the sewer tunnels appears
I see
less
what you did
traveled.
there.
I'm sorry, was that supposed to be a joke or something? That's just because you really like having high health bar.
I do like health bar.
I recognize what the joke actually was, by the way, and am purposefully not directly stating it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just a lever.
Oh, great. 2 Reapers.
You'll be fine. You have the whole party. Pointless loot. Pointless loot.
Didn't.
Lag. There we go. Yeah. Whoa, hold up there,
Notice
Mr.
a
Big
green silver
Smash.
crystal above a lever on the far
This
wall.
man showed up and started attacking things. I can't tell if I should be proud of my boy for being useful or mad at him for stealing my kills. Both. Both.
Yeah, both. Do that.
Metal grinds on metal, and ripples spread across the water.
Dude, imagine grinding. Can I get a these automatons in the chat? No one understands my sense of humor.
Metal grinds on metal, and ripples spread across the water.
Uh-oh. Well, that was definitely not 50%. Okay, we have ransack, so I can just go that way.
2 signal crystals are placed above a metal gate.
Yeah.
You see a pack that has been unceremoniously discarded beside a brazier.
So what do I get next? I guess I probably just keep going in Thief Acrobat, right? I probably just do that all the way. Do I grab... I think Quick Strike is probably the best thing. I could be lazy and just get like Shadow Dodge or Acrobat Staff Training or something, but I think Quick Strike is the best. Oh, that isn't bad at all. This is, yeah, down to a 12-second cooldown for a 10-second buff, a 25% double strike, which is better than the 20% killer we could have there anyways. So definitely worth it. No, mouse. 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 Ability. Drag. I'm gonna be here for the next 5 minutes trying to pull this button out. Of course, right as I say it. Maybe I should put those over there. Oh my god. This thing's gonna drive me insane. There we go. Oh, wrong button. Alright, well, now that my bar is done being batshit insane.
You wish all these bones were a little cleaner. The air reeks of rotting meat.
Oh yeah, chat, be careful about attacking ooze and rust monsters with the wrong kind of weapon because they will eat them alive.
A troglodyte. It must be a higher henchman. Where there's one trog.
That's 34. That's a lot of double strike.
The floors, walls, and ceiling drip with ooze.
I just did the math, and once I get Quick Strike maxed out, I can have 64% double strike while fully boosted. You know, no thing. Just casual 64% double strike at level 4. Not forever. Absolutely not forever. But I can achieve it.
The rear section of the sewer has been opened.
But we know there is no rare, for the chest is not there. So you go behind that door with the lever, break the barrels,
Passes through
get the door over there.
troglodyte head spins slightly.
Unlock the secret room with the secret troglodyte. Who will troglodyte tonight? We're gonna kill him.
First of the kobold chief's
No!
brothers has been slain.
I was right at a trap again. I gotta quit being the one who does the vast majority of the optionals because I literally can't do all of the
Yeah.
I can't do all the side things and the time it takes everyone else to just kill two guys. I can't unlock all those doors and get the mini boss and get both traps. I got one trap and like a mini boss. I got like 2 out of 3
Yeah,
things.
don't worry about the optional stuff. Nobody else is.
Yeah, but more XP.
Yeah, but traps.
Those are also optional things. The optional
Well, I don't know then.
I mean, they're like semi-optional. I don't know. Where are you going? Forget about the one over here?
Yes. I'll grab this one then while I'm over.
Okay.
And then I can share it when we step out.
That way no one gets the wrong idea.
Yep.
Most people are in here.
Oh, they actually went in the quest?
Well, yeah, because I went in.
Ah, yep.
A skittering sound beneath the floor sets your nerves on edge.
He just jumped down to go to that quest. I think he did. And he had to run his ass back up.
With a final spasm,
Okay,
the
scorpions are
last
dead.
Scorpion collapses.
Fun fact, in this quest, if a Reaper doesn't spawn, you can't get the Reaper XP since you can't kill 10 guys, only 9 spawn.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Did somebody... No, everyone's here. Yo, you can't do that. We have to restart. Yeah, you literally just have to do it again. If you show up late, like, don't open the door and go after it. You actually just have to let them handle it. Unless someone is still out there and they can open it.
Did not know that.
Or else you run the risk of it getting it bricked. I'm not sure if it does that every time, or if it's a some of the time thing. You are the leader, by the way.
Yeah, not everybody was out.
You don't need to wait outside.
A skittering sound
I'm gonna wait
beneath the
outside,
floor
just
sets
in
your
case.
nerves on edge.
Okay.
Because that's dumb.
That's just how doors work.
Final spasm. The last scorpion collapses.
An axiomatic dagger of chaotic outsider bane. How apt. Man, I wish we could have plus 20% XP all the time.
Right? Pretty nice.
It has been rather enjoyable.
Across the room, you see an iron defender. The beast looks fierce. Descending into the basement, you hear another sound of whirring gears and a guttural growl.
Lag. Maybe I should swap those. Fucking phone, type the right thing. I'm not attacking those ooze. I'm not breaking my weapon on them. They're not worth it. Always. God, why do I have to say it out loud for my phone to get it?
Oh.
You hear the grind and clatter of machinery from below and to the west. It sounds like something heavy
Okay,
is
phone,
being
stop getting
ratcheted
things
into
wrong.
place.
Alright, just die. Die,
Well-kept
kill
warehouse.
yourself, get out of my
You
way.
lift the case and slide it
Stupid
onto your
trash
back.
mobs.
Quickly return
You will
to the
never
clearing
comprehend the will of an
representative.
undead god.
Yeah, I've got my haste boost. I don't know if it's
Enhancements
optimal or not,
work.
but I've got it.
I don't know, haste boost is usually the right answer. Solves most problems.
Yeah.
Well, I've
Settle the
had
harbor.
my haste boost. And I got 2 out of 3 quick strike.
We just do the 2 market and call it good on this one?
This video will definitely have to be done after that.
Yeah.
This one has been going. I have to sell all this junk.
Maybe a break for food after.
Food. I could get more cereal, because it's basically all we have right now.
That's not very good.
Though I could eat some food from my stash. But what with mom on vacation, it was kind of like, hey, dad was like, hey, you gotta go like buy your own groceries or whatever. and I'm just like, I am literally one person. You think I'm buying my own groceries just for me? I'm not even gonna go through all of the food we have by myself. Do you know how little I actually eat at home? I have a job. I'm at work all the time. Like, I don't eat that much food here. So it literally took the entire time Mom was gone for me to kind of start being like, huh, now we're starting to run out of food. Like, it literally took like the whole time she was gone. And why would I go to the store now if they'll go in like a few days anyways? And I'm going to be at work the next few days, so it doesn't matter. Like, I would go to the store for like one meal when I could just like eat cereal again and call it a day. Like, is that perfect? No, but you know, that's a lot of work for literally one meal. I'll sell the hair dye. I don't need the hair dye. Not because I'm trying to be lazy about it, but because it's like there's literally no point.
Yeah.
And besides, why buy my own food when I already bought my own food and I have my own stash of food? I'm not gonna do it when I already did that.
That is true.
So if I really want something else, like, I can break something out. It would be different if I like was at home, ate more or something, but I'm not and I don't, so. Okay, talk to those guys. Always make sure to talk to your favor patrons when you can. Sometimes they have things for you. Okay, this is +1 masterwork. Okay. Lag again. Why is there so much? Masterwork +1 +5. There we go. Alright, well now that I'm done lagging my way over here, and honestly selling stuff, that's where almost all of that time went. Which way are you guys? You guys seem like you're pretty good on the way. I'm just gonna wait here and try to gimp the boss, I guess. Also, if you didn't know, you can literally just walk through the gate there, by the way.
Walk through what gate where? By what way?
That gate that I just walked through.
I don't know where you are.
The one that you have to do the whole quest to open.
I have no idea.
Okay, so come over to where the boss normally is. Come.
Middle? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where the boss normally is. I don't know my way around this place.
What do you mean? You've killed him like 100 times, and by 100 I mean like 4. Actually, that's not true. It's been more
I've
than
told
4.
you, all of these sewer quests look the same to me.
Yeah, so you know how there's a gate right here, and you have to take the left and right branches to get the crystal thingies on so it opens?
Yes.
Yeah, you can literally just walk through it. By the way, I know we've
You
never
can walk
done.
through the gate?
Yeah, I know we've never done that, but I've known for literally ever. You can just walk through the gate. Now, you can't just walk through the gate. You have to walk through the gate, but like, you know, just watch the video. See, now now you have to watch the video to see what I did, because I didn't tell you.
Not watching the video.
That's mean.
I mean, I'm here. I don't need to watch it. I have been an active participant. I will hit the like button on the video.
What, you don't watch your own content before you upload it?
No.
You just DC'd.
Yeah, probably.
No, not probably. You did.
That's fine. The game's just resetting my freaking mall lag stacks.
Sure, that's what it's doing.
And now you'll have lead again.
That's fine. The party's full.
That's fine.
At the edge of the running water, you see a blade surge from the ceiling into a slot in the floor.
Oh, by the by, chat, this quest has 2 paths. The Trapper path and then the Sane Person path. Ow. Okay, that one was actually kind of painful. I'm taking the Crazy Person's one, which is the Trapper one, because I want Trap XP.
A now crusted blood patch appears to have seeped under this door. Perhaps there is a way to open the door.
To you.
Hmm?
Beelzebub, were they with you?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
got him. We were also literally right next to the shrine too, so he's fine. Oh, my con is damaged. My con is more damaged. I like
For us
my
to do the
con.
boss?
No.
Control panels, likely for traps ahead, are hidden on the wall. Perhaps the levers that lie just
Literally
beneath the
doing
spikes
traps.
will slow the trap.
Sounds like the best time to do it.
That is the worst time. I am not done yet.
We're waiting. Look at my phone. Since you're always talking about playing on your phone, I'm gonna play on my phone now.
I'm not playing on my phone. I'm trying to spam my video with my fucking Discord messages, so I'm doing it on my phone instead. Why does it smell like enemy? Oh, that's because there's an ooze there.
Ready now?
No. Oh god, no. Bad boy. Bad boy, bad boy. What you want? What you want? Fucking get off of me. I don't think he actually checked that the chest wasn't locked. Awkward. Okay, you should be good now. I got everything I can get on that side. And yes, I am saying my side, because I straight up did everything over there. Beelzebub died to a trap. I will say, he did a good amount of damage to the Reaper, but that's only because I just swapped to the bow to kill the rust monster. Which he also did damage to. He did.
He participated.
But
He gets a
if I really
participation
wanted
ribbon.
to, I could have smacked him with my staff. I just didn't want to. Listen, I was the trapper on the trap side. I don't care what anyone else does. That's my victory.
You are the trapper.
And that was the trap side. I believe that's all the level 2s. Got every quest done so far. So I think I'm just gonna sell this stuff, call the video there, and do we take a food break then?
I'm thinking food break.
A food break when we have a full party. I wonder if everyone's... No, you don't think they'll wait. You think they'll wait?
I mean, it depends how long we would be.
How long would we be?
I don't know, but I would at least like 5 or 10 minutes.
Groovy. So based on guild buffs, we've been gone for almost 2 hours. Actually, it should probably be right about at 2 hours, factoring in like travel time between quests, which should add up, and just waiting a minute here and there on one person here, one person there. So this video might actually just be 2 hours.
Long video. Maybe it should have just been Borderlands and a little bit.
I'm starting to think your estimation on Borderlands might have been off, or maybe the 2s just took way longer.
There is a lot of 2s.
Well, either way, I think that's probably it for that. I don't have anything else in here I need to... No, that's good. Okay, so I think that is going to do it for now. And thank you all for watching the first video that is probably mostly just actual gameplay stuff. I think partway through there we started getting into the normal rhythm of things at least a little bit. Not entirely, because it's still always going to be a little off since I can't like tab out without everything showing up, because my fucking thing just records my screen, not like the game or whatever. It's really weird. Even though it still automatically saves it to the right folder based on the game, so it's like smart, but only in one way. I don't know. Anywho, we'll see y'all next time for underleveled quests. We're going to be back to being underleveled again instead of at level. Except it's not going to be level 1 quests where you were basically forced to be underleveled because you just started, but they're so easy that it doesn't matter. We're going to be actually underleveled, but they're still not really hard, so it's not really a big deal. Anything else?
I'm hungry. Okay, bye!
Bye, guys! I gotta figure out what to get for food.